And NBC News correspondent Steve Patterson. Also with us is NBC News senior White House correspondent Peter Alexander. We have NBC News Danny Savalos. David, I'll start with you. It's quite striking. And what do we know about the incident and what's the response?
Yeah, we're still sort of in the breaking moment of the incident, obviously happening just about a little over an hour. Is 15 minutes ago or so. I want to be crystal clear about what we see in the video. Noam holding that press conference, Padilla walks in there asking questions. You can kind of hear him over Noam talking, asking those questions, and then he is forcibly removed, forcibly put on the ground, forcibly put into handcuffs. He's never arrested. He's never detained. That's from Padilla himself. And as far as we know, he was let go right away. The sort of the ensuing fallout of this is Noam has given commentary saying that they didn't know that that was the senator in the room. He didn't identify himself. And that he lunged something not befitting of a senator or a public representative. Padilla, for his part, saying that he just wanted to exercise his First Amendment rights, had a question about everything that is going on, and was exercising those rights. Anything forcibly removed from the room. Of course, the political fallout on both sides, as you would expect. Mayor Bass, Governor Kim speaking out about this, calling this abhorrent. On the other side, they're saying that nobody is above the law. Of a scuffle, and both sides now sort of retreating to the respective polls and sort of relying on that commentary that we've heard really since these protests have started, and the as they will continue on into the night. Back to you,
Peter. And because at this point we have heard from Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem speaking out about this incident, as well as the White House, I understand, saying.
Kristi Noem, who of course is the Homeland Security Secretary, and from a spokesperson who is speaking out as well. They said in part that Padilla, the senator from California, was there. He was an attacker, at least the Secret Service thought as much in their view, and that the officers acted appropriately. I should note I just reached out to the Secret Service for any additional information on this right now. They say they are deferring to that statement from the DHS at this time. But was lunging toward the secretary, that he didn't identify himself. We hear on the tape that he does identify himself as he tries to ask those questions. He said he was providing congressional oversight of government operations in Southern California. Here is what Kristi Noem says about this episode. Listen.
Well, I had a senator after this. We sat down for 10 to 15 minutes and talked about the fact that nobody knew who he was. He didn't say who he was, that until he was already had been lunging forward and people were trying to detain him for quite a period of time, and that this, we're leaders, we're public servants, and if he had requested a meeting, I would have loved to sit down and have a conversation with him.
Crackdown taking place in Southern California and frankly elsewhere right now. This has now gone from policy to politics. We're hearing from a former California senator, also the former Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, posting a short time ago as well, attached to a clip of what we saw there. That serves to the administration's actions in Southern California, LA specifically. She adds, this is a shameful and stunning abuse of power. Kate and Sinclair.
Peter, thank you. Danny, let me turn to you. As things going on today, too, as well. There's a lawsuit that California has brought against the administration, the Trump administration, arguing that the deployment of National Guard by the president to California was not the right way, or is not a legal move. Talk about what the hearing is today on that.
The National Guard occupies a strange space in American law. The other armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, squarely within the power and control of the president and the federal executive branch. However, the National Guard is a hybrid. The default rule appears to be that the governors of their respective states are in control of the National Guard, but the president can federalize them. The question is, when can he do it? And that's what California is arguing here, that the president, under the law he invoked, did not properly federalize the National Guard troops.
Danny Savalos for us, Peter Alexander, and Steve Patterson. Thanks so much.
And we are also following breaking news overseas on that death.